Howdy folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Might and Magic 2. We are just going to get started in here, and really at this point in the game there's basically only one thing for us to do, and it's kind of grind. The quest itself doesn't really readily become apparent in this game until you're quite a ways in, unless you happen to know some puzzles, solutions that you'll bump into if you leave town. There are these signs throughout the world that have a encoded message on them, and essentially that's how you figure out what your main quest is, which is kind of silly because when I originally played through this, by the time I had decoded the signs, I had already finished essentially 90% of the game. So, kind of silly to do that way, but whatever, it was the 80s, so first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna equip our gear, meager though it may be. So that's it, everybody's got their weapons, and Rove does have some spells. He knows the first level spells 2, 4, 5, and 6. Now, this game's old enough that the interface stuff doesn't actually give us a whole heck of a lot of information with regards to like anything mechanical, I guess. Like there's, well, I mean, you can go to a blacksmith and he'll tell you how much damage a weapon does, or what it does, but there's no way to do it while you're just out and about. And the same goes with our spellbook. So he knows spells 2, 4, 5, and 6 of the sorcerer list, which according to the table on the back of the manual is Detect Magic, Flame Arrow, Light, and Location. Conversely, Goldleaf can cast 3, 4, 5, and 7 of the cleric spells, which is Bless, First Aid, Light, and Turn Undead. So our starting spells are kind of wimpy. You do know that Goldleaf has 7 spell points, Rove has 7 spell points, and I'm disappointed that he has more than 1 hit point, but I can't really do anything about that. So I guess the first thing we're gonna do, we can drink from the Fountain of Clairvoyance, yes. And it doesn't do anything immediately apparent because of the options screen here being on, but I believe if we hit... Oh, there's a button you gotta hit. Is it P? There we go. We get a little mini map up in the corner. So that should give you guys kind of the ability to see what's going on, and if we hit O, we go back. So one thing I want to show off here really quick, if you come to controls, which is essentially the options menu, I have disabled both the walk beep, which I think it defaults to off anyways, as well as sounds. You guys aren't missing anything. This game does not have sound effects in the usual manner, and music is hot trash. So our disposition here, I'm actually going to drop down to inconspicuous. Essentially what disposition does is it lets you set the encounter size. The lower you go on disposition here, closer to Thrill Seeker, the bigger fights will get. Fights can have a maximum of 255 enemies in this game. You don't want that when you're just starting off, so we're gonna stick with inconspicuous. And we're also gonna go back to the tavern here, and we're gonna sign the registry. This is how you save the game. So if we leave again, I believe our buffs, wow, they actually persist. I thought that they dropped off. All right. But you go to the inn, and that is how we save our game. If we are out and about and we die, it will chunk us back to the inn, and I believe it chunks you back, like, you lose your progress. I don't think you keep anything. I honestly can't remember. It's been so long. Anyway, so the first thing we're gonna do here is kind of troll around and see about fights. Fights in this happen in set locations on the map. So for example, I know that if I take one more step forward here, we're gonna get into a fight with something. Poltergeists. These will probably kill me, but I'm gonna try to fight them, and I'm gonna hope that Goldleaf can turn them. So they have surprised us, or at least beat us in initiative, and they got some attacks off on us, but we're okay. So you'll note here that the names of enemies and the names of my party members have check marks next to them. Those are the enemies and party members that are engaged in melee combat. So Devon, Chunk, Goldleaf, and Rove cannot attack with their weapons. If they had ranged weapons, they could, and Goldleaf and Rove can cast spells. And the way you determine who's in combat in this game is actually based on where you encounter things with regards to your position on the map. So since we were walking forward and there were walls to our left and right, only our frontmost characters got into the fight here. So Devon's gonna block. Rove, I guess, can cast a flame arrow on a poltergeist, but it is not affected. All right, those two are gonna block. Chunk is gonna block. I think these things are immune to weapons. So I'm gonna try and turn undead, and we're gonna hope. Oh, we only got 2 of them. I think it only works the first time. So I'll see if my front row can get in here. Oh, they can hit him. They can. That's good to know. I don't think further turnings will do anything. Yeah, spell failed. So Gold Leaf is now going to essentially be on healing duty. So there's a difference between attack and fight options here. Attack will, I believe, just attack the first enemy. However, if we hit fight, we can choose which enemy to attack. And once we get ranged weapons, we will actually have a third attack, or a third option that lets us shoot at things. Gold Leaf, go ahead and cast First Aid on Brunhilde. Heal her up a little bit. Come on, guys. You're missing. I'm regretting. And this is Might and Magic in a nutshell right here. Like, literally. This is the game. So I hope you guys are excited for this. So we killed them, we got some XP, we searched, and they left no treasure. So what we're going to do is run back to town here. We're gonna rest. We're gonna come into the inn, and we're gonna save, because we just got some experience points. I wanna say that our first level is like 1,500. Where is it? There we go. Fountain of Clairvoyance. Get our map. And, oh, 2,000, I think. I was gonna say, I think it differs based on your character class. So you can see here, some characters take 2,000, others take 1,500. I want to say it plateaus at some point, but it's gonna plateau long, like we're going to beat the game, I would imagine, long before then. So let's come back up here. I'm actually gonna, I think it's Control-Alt, no, it's Control-Shift, F12, there it is. I'm gonna turn up the cycles on DOSBox here because the movement is a little sluggish. How's that? There we go. And we got some sewer rats. This will make combat go a little bit quicker, I think. So let's throw some fire bolts. And we can just attack. Sewer rats are not a big deal. Only Swell is engaged in melee, though. I believe if we exchange him with Brunhilde... No, they don't actually open up places. I'm gonna let Brunhilde do the fighting here. Or not! Holy crap! They just ate her alive. Ooh. I guess we'll just keep cycling them back and forth so that Gold Leaf can keep everybody healed up. Because between Rove throwing fiery death at things and melee attackers, actually, yeah. I think this will be okay. Because, like, I really have no reason to use one over the other, outside of, I guess, like, a higher strength, perhaps. Alright, so we're just gonna have, I wanna say it's Control-A. If you hold down Control-A, it goes into auto-attack. Like, it'll automatically either attack or block based on where you are. We'll search, and again, we got nothing, and we got some XP for those guys. It looks like about 130. Not a ton, we're gonna rest again. We have 8 food left. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna hit the Fountain of Clairvoyance. Now, since we haven't returned to town, this encounter does not respawn, so we can actually poke around a little bit. And this is the fanciful Feldecarb fountain that flows fully as a fluttering fairies frolic fastidiously around it. Do we flick a farthing? We could say yes, but it'll call me a fool because I have no farthing to flick, so we're gonna say no. Because we don't have a fey farthing yet. We'll get one eventually, and there's another encounter down here, and I'm gonna hope it's not jesters or super sprites. Possibly bad. We'll try it. Wow, the whole front row. Well, 2 front rows. Let's see. Oh yeah, these things have got a lot of hit points. Oof. Chunk just critical. That's acceptable. Come on, Gold Leaf. You failed. Oh yeah, we're gonna run. So are these 2 dead? They are dead. Alas, our party members are corpses. And I want to say that we can't afford to resurrect them. Yeah, it's 100 gold to res them, and we have approximately 0 gold between us. Welcome to Might and Magic. This game does not play around. Neophyte Thieves? Sure. We're just gonna attack. They died. We got a lockbox. I don't have anybody to pick it, so we're just gonna open it. Electricity explodes. Everybody gets 5 gold. We rest. Traps don't generally kill people. We did not get any actual treasure from that, sadly. They did get a decent amount of XP, though. Brain detoxification. This lets you, every character can learn some skills. And that's stuff like forestry, mountain climbing, trading, stuff like that. And that is limited, as you can see. You have 2 skills per character. Brain detoxification will let you clear a character's learned skills, which is moderately helpful because, like, for example, one of the skills is the ability to read maps, and we don't have it. Which is surprising because I could have sworn sorcerers started with it, but what do I know? 20 gold pieces will allow the enrollment in the Mages Guild. Nah, I'm good. We need... Nope. We're gonna go ahead and come in here. Oh no, my party members are dead and I just saved the game. Whatever will I do? Mini Rexes? Nope. So the thing is like, if we go in here again, it's not necessarily gonna be mini Rexes again, as you can see. So what we want to do is, instead of fighting animals and stuff, we want to fight humanoid enemies. Those are the ones that'll drop treasure chests that actually have, you know, like loot and stuff in them. All right, so we have some goblins. This is probably a bad fight if I had to guess. Notably, yeah. I'm just gonna attack, and they're either, yeah. All right, so death strikes. We were not successful in our last endeavor. Resume adventuring at the inn in which you last stayed. All right, and so it's like, hey, your party's back, and you exit, and there we are. So we've lost nothing. Oh yeah, we'll beat up some cripples. There we go. Nothing. They don't even drop loot, which, nope. Poltergeists, they're a no-go. Definitely not like 8 of them. And keep in mind that we're on inconspicuous here. This is like the low end of encounter numbers. Like here, I'll show you guys. Thrill Seeker. Look at that. There's like 8 really nasty enemies right there just standing around. Let's see what happens when we stick our nose back in here. Yeah, couple clerics, you know, some soldiers, many soldiers. And this is why early on, you play on inconspicuous. Later on, for XP grinding, I might do that, but I highly doubt it. I will probably play on inconspicuous for the majority of what I'm actually recording, just because it's gonna make things a little bit less painful. We're just gonna open it. Spikes rip through the party. 11 gold and 2 gems. All right, gems, for anybody that's played a Might and Magic game, you use gems to cast more powerful spells. Like, Flame Arrow is a freebie. It's like your basic trash tier attack spell. Fireball, comparatively, requires gems to cast because it'll nuke half a dozen creatures. Let us gather our gold. We are at 96. We are 4 gold pieces short of being able to res somebody. Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and save, though. I'm probably gonna resurrect Swell. I think he's probably gonna be more generally useful than Chunk. A smarter man. I think merchants might beat my ass, but we'll try it. I'm just gonna hold down the attack. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, Gold Leaf, you botched it. But yeah, this is the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game kinda sucks, because we don't really have any options to do a whole heck of a lot. Oh, run away. Nobody died, thankfully. We're gonna rest. Ghouls are very nasty. They'll paralyze you and then, you know, murder you. Nope. But yeah, once, like, I just need to level once. Muggers, maybe. Probably not. Nope. I just need to level once. One level is, it's like 1st edition, 2nd edition D&D, where in the beginning, you are just, like, useless for everything. But once you hit level 2, the amount of additional survivability is just great. What do we get? 11 gold, all right. So that's per character, and it includes our dead characters, so we actually just gained 66 gold there. So you can see we're at 162, so let's go res Swell here. So gather gold, restore condition. All right, and now he is alive. We're gonna go and save. Okay. So like the smart thing to do was when we first wiped, what I should have done is just went and suicided, or just went and re-rolled characters. Fools are literally Satan. I said jesters earlier. What these do, I'm gonna show it to you guys. All right, that one's just casting sleep, which is actually the nice thing they can do. And he only battled us. All right, you guys aren't gonna, maybe I was thinking a different enemy. Maybe fools are just kind of obnoxious. Are you guys just kind of obnoxious? Yeah, they're just kind of obnoxious, okay. Now that I am thinking of jugglers, they literally juggle your party, and what it does is it shifts your party members' positions around randomly. It's incredibly rough. So we found 11 gold and a maul. A maul is a weapon. We are going to give that to Brunhilde, because she's our two-hander user. So to do this, instead of like clicking and dragging, we have to click T for trade. We are going to hit 4 because we're trading an item. We are trading with Brunhilde, who is party member number 2, and we are giving her the maul. Inventory management in this game is a nightmare. How are we doing? All right, we have enough gold to res Chunk. Let's go ahead and resurrect him, and we have a whopping 28 gold pieces left. We have improved at least somewhat. People have experience points. Nobody's even remotely near gaining a level yet. It sprayed acid, I was gonna say, which is probably going to kill half my party. All right, so since we didn't flee, no, they're actually, freaking Chunk is dead again. Let's go suicide somewhere. This is a death fight right here. The way unconsciousness and death works in this game is if you're in combat and something hits you, like say you have 10 hit points and something hits you for 20 damage, you're not killed, you're rendered unconscious. Something could hit you, you could have 1 hit point, and something could hit you for 1,000,000 damage, and it will only make you unconscious. Nothing can kill you in 1 hit in this game. However, if you are hit while you are unconscious, you die. But on the upside, if you receive any healing from unconscious, you go back into positive hit points and again can take 1,000,000 damage and you're fine. So this leads to a spell later in the game, I think it's called Moonray, which deals a little bit of damage, but it heals everybody in your party. And it will trivialize some encounters because no matter how much damage the enemies deal, unless they can wipe your entire party out between castings of this spell, they can't kill you. I'll probably be using that a little bit. Hey, it's some goblins. Let's beat the shit out of these little oh my god. It can't be easy. Brunhilde maim. Chunk, look busy. Oh, they got the VARN. Now, I don't believe enemies will attack characters that were unconscious. The reason that Chunk died in that last fight with that thing, with the acid beast, is because when they spray acid, that's actually an area of effect attack, and it hits multiple characters. So he probably just got unlucky and got hit by it. All right, let's see here. Find trap, and Chunk's gonna try this and probably fail. Wow, he actually succeeded. 35 gold and a longbow. So it's 35 gold per character again, but we're actually gonna trade this with Devon, because Devon is an archer, so he gets bows. All right, so everybody's got a little bit of money. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the blacksmith. The burly blacksmith Svengard busily shapes a deadly sword in the forge. Do you care to see his work? Yes. All right, so we have some money, and we're gonna buy freaking armor, because Jesus. Okay. So I could get the front row, that being Swell and Brunhilde, each a set of scale mail, which I think I'm gonna do. All right, and Swell is going to get a... I'm gonna hold off on shields. I wanna check some other stuff here. Do you have any decent weapons? Yeah, not really. Not really. Actually gonna grab really quickly here the clue book, because in the back of the clue book they have a list of item stats, so I can actually see how much damage, for example, my club that I'm carrying around does, because I think he has like a large club, which I want to say is two-handed, but I'm not entirely sure. For example, the long dagger's damage is 6, which I think means it does 1 to 6 damage. The maul, by comparison, actually also deals 6, and the maul's actually one-handed. I thought mauls were two-handed. Amazing. I don't know. Anyways, if we were to, example, try to identify an item, we pay him 10 gold and he tells us the stats of an item, which is exactly what's listed in the clue book here, so I'm not going to bother with it. Miscellaneous items are pretty straightforward. Torches, lanterns give you light. Magic herbs, I think, are basic healing spells. Thieves' picks, we're going to be probably buying at least 2 of for Chunk. What those do is increase his ability to successfully pick locks. Ropes and hooks let you go up and down pits, and the green ticket can be used to fight in the arena, which is something that I might do at some... Well, it's something we'll have to do later on, but for the time being, I'm not going to worry about it. What I'm gonna do right now is rest. We're coming to town. We're gonna freaking save. How's everybody looking? Nobody is anywhere near leveling. And for episode length on this, oh hey, it's cripples and they surprised me. All right, so since we got surprised, you can see that my entire party has check marks next to him. That is the downside to being ambushed. So since Devon has a bow, he can shoot now. And as I mentioned, I think last time, most characters cannot shoot when they are engaged in melee, which he is right now. However, since he's an archer, he can. So if we do Control A, he shoots a cripple and misses. That's okay. Rove incinerates one. Swell cuts one down. Brunhilde cuts one down. Chunks probably, yeah. These are, you know, your one hit point terrible enemies that for whatever reason Devon misses. They're not even, you know, hardly worth any experience points. Flesh eaters, however, will probably kill my entire party. Hungry plants. All right, the hungry plant's probably worth some experience points. Maybe. It's got some health. All right, now it's just cripples, so we cut them down. Again, no loot, we'll rest. Sludge beast, we run. Oof. 8 goblins. We'll try it. Front row's in on this. Devon goes down. Rove's incinerating stuff. Swell's looking busy. Brunhilde's looking busy. Chunk misses. Get Devon back on his feet. Some solid hits coming out of these goblins. I saw like a 9 in there. But we are mowing them down. 7 points of damage, very nice. We are mowing them down effectively enough. Chunk, ooh, they got gold leaf. That's troublesome. Well, she should survive, though. All right, fight's over, 300 experience points. I wanna leave this for the time being? Yeah, we'll stay there, all right. Gold leaf's only unconscious, we're gonna rest. We're gonna search, find trap, chunk. All right, 52 gold apiece, very nice. A large shield, a small shield, and a compass. That's actually a really good haul. We're gonna go ahead and have him equip the large shield. We're gonna give the small shield for the time being to Brunhilde, because mauls are one-handed apparently. And I actually don't know what a compass does, so I will consult the strategy guide. I'm sure it casts a spell. It actually doesn't say it does anything. All right, it's apparently worth 200 gold though. I'll take it. So as we play more, like the items, like these aren't just the only items. You can find magical gear in this game, obviously. And the way it works is items have a plus value, so you can find like a club +1. And I want to say it goes all the way up to like plus 255. Again, we probably won't get that high because I would say most people in normal play wouldn't get that high because you got to kind of do some cheesy stuff to get there. But there is, you know, gear progression, actually really good gear progression in this game. And there are like actual magical gear that's not just like a longsword +1. Like you can find a sword that might deal acid damage or give you, or a shield that gives you acid resistance or something like that. How's everybody looking? These guys are getting close to leveling, 1300. So that pleases me. We're gonna save. Head back out. Some merchants. We'll try this fight again. This time with armor. And we mow them down. 80 experience points is pretty bad. However, we find, ooh, some plate mail. We find some excellent armor, which I'm actually, again, going to trade to Brunhilde because she's going to need it more. And scale armor, I don't know. Let's see, I don't know if Devon can equip this. I know Chunk can't. Armor, scale armor. Actually, Chunk can equip scale armor, so can Devon. All right. Has a protective value of 4. Oh, we're just passing stuff down. And the scimitar, I want to say, is probably better than the club. So we're gonna go ahead and equip that as well. And once more, we retreat to the inn. As we gain levels, we'll be making like longer and longer forays out into the dungeons and the world and all kinds of other stuff, and I'll die and then I'm gonna rage about it. Thug trainees. So you see that these things attack twice. That's worrisome. How much health do they have? They've got some hit points. They've got a lot of hit points. We're gonna try running. Oh, shit. That means suicide. Because if you run and you leave anybody unconscious behind, they die. So, later on, I will possibly consider doing that, but at this point, I just want to kind of save the money and stuff. I think we might be able to take mini Rexes. I always am worried that these things are like these horrible monsters, but I don't think they're that bad. I just have to be able to fucking hit them, which is apparently beyond me. Yeah, they're not hitting too hard. Certainly nothing that we can't heal beyond. Yeah, okay, so these guys don't have too many hit points. Yeah. This is reasonable. Gold leaf goes down, that's okay. We should be able to just, yep, finish these guys off. Sleep. Gold leaf with a whopping 1 hit point. Dude, I was gonna say we ran out of food. So we have to come here. Do you wish to order from our vast menu of drinks? Yes. And we want a feeding frenzy. All we can carry for 20 gold, which is 40 food, which is a substantial amount of food. And we might have some levels in the party. Yes, Brunhilde's gonna level, but we don't have enough gold. Now, I'm sure the people that are more knowledgeable about this game are gonna comment. Yes, depending on the town you train in this game, you get different bonuses for leveling. Training in better, like later towns is the optimal way to play. I could go to the last town in the game right now safely and train there. I'm not going to yet. I'm gonna hammer out, I would say maybe my first 5 levels here, and then we'll start going to other towns for leveling. Probably all of it done in Atlantium just to make progression easier. But for the time being, we're just gonna do it here because I'm lazy and it's easy. So, 8 hit points on Brunhilde for that level. Gold leaf gains 6. And that's all our levels. So we got some extra hit points, and as you can see, Brunhilde's survivability like just doubled there. And that's what I mean, is like you just need a level. And it's just, it makes the game so much more playable. Nope. Because now, you know, we won't fight a pack of goblins and be like, well, these things can like half one-shot the back row of my party. Screaming pods, I don't know about these guys. And they go down. They got some hit points though, 8, ouch. Rove. Oh, I think we got these guys. Yeah, we got these guys. Not worried at all. I'm not even gonna bother. We'll just, should in theory be able to just melee them down. Yep, 200 experience points apiece. That should have leveled at least a couple more people. Seriously, you guys are 50 experience points away, which is probably a good thing because I don't really have any money anyways. Thug trainees, all right. You guys are in a bad way. Come on, Devon. Just kill the damn, oh my god. There we go. 100 experience points. We'll rest, we'll search. Chunk. Man, Chunk has been doing really well with chests. He has a thievery of 10%. He should be botching like all of these. I'm not complaining. All right. So Devon can level. I'm gonna actually level Rove because spell points are important, and I guess we'll level Devon. So who's left? I think Swell and Chunk. So we will probably go here, I would say, until everybody's second level. And naturally, the ones that haven't leveled are the ones that died early on. Let's see, Old Misers, sure. It was a big fight. I shouldn't say it's a big fight, but they got the majority of the party in on it, which is probably a bad thing for them. Oh, there we go. An explosion! 17 gold and some gems. Not a big deal. So you guys good now? No. Come on. There are more places in town that I can go to fight. It's just this is like kind of my circuit that I run because it's near everything that I need to be near to be safe. We will be branching out. I would say probably come next episode we'll start going into like the dungeon under town. Every town has a dungeon under it. And that'll also be probably the first area where I start doing some stuff off screen as well. What I'll probably do, if I had to guess, is we'll probably poke around in the dungeon. I might run around, like we'll at least grab the quest that's there. We might run around. I'm probably going to get us to level 3. We are not fighting winged steeds. I'll probably get us to level 3 next time, or at least I'll try to. And then I'll either get us, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get us to, because normally by the time, oh my God. I'll probably show off the dungeon next time. Or maybe I'll show it off this time. I don't know. So you can see that these things are attacking us, and we're losing all of our gold. That's because they're assholes, and why I let them kill me, because I don't want them stealing the entirety of my party's fortunes. Cripples, on the other hand, I have no problem beating the hell out of. How you guys looking? You're getting there, slowly inching forward towards that monumental 2,000 experience points. They ambushed us. I think Swell just died. Yes. We'll just res him. Not worried. In this case, I'm not worried. Creepy crawler. I hate creepy crawlers, but merchants are easy XP, and they have good drops. Crossbow and a bardiche. Nice. A bardiche, however it's pronounced. Trade item with chunk. The crossbow. Equip it. I can't remember if battle axes are two-handed. I want to say they are, but I'm not. A battle axe. Battle axe is one-handed, and the damage is 10. Conversely, a scimitar is only 9. All right. So I'm gonna remove the scimitar, equip the battle axe, trade item, Brunhilde. Give me that bardiche. I want to see what the damage on this thing is. Don't you love old games, guys, where you gotta do stuff like this? Alright, the bardiche is at 13 damage, so that's handy. So we'll remove them all, remove the small shield, equip that. I'm gonna go to town. We'll go to town. Ha! We're in town. We're gonna run from those guys. I wanna actually come over here. Yes. And we're gonna sell some stuff here. Get rid of the compass, the club, and the scimitar. Get rid of all of your stuff. Alright, so we're at 255 gold. It's not a ton, but every little bit. I'm not gonna really worry too much about gearing up right now. Most of our gear is gonna come from random encounters, so fully expect that, like, between episodes when I'm doing stuff off screen, I'm gonna come back and be like, yeah, so we got all of these gear upgrades. Here's what they are, and here's what they do. I don't believe neophyte thieves will steal from us. I think they're too terrible to do that. Also, we can maybe take these guys in a fight. Again, if my front row could hit. Yeah, they're doing some damage. Brunhilde, I'm not even remotely worried about. She's a beast at this point. Swell, though, a little worse off. Thankfully, Gold Leaf is, if nothing else, able to keep him on his feet. Okay, and we should have this in our hands here. There we go, 250 XP, so that should be enough for them to level. We're gonna find traps, some gold, a little bit of gems. We should have enough, yes, we have enough to level. Train, and train, all right. So everybody's leveled now. Everybody except the back row, well, everybody except Rove has hit points in the teens. And I'm pretty pleased. Not bad progression, I would say, for half an hour here, considering we spent some time explaining things. However, I am gonna go ahead and call it. So as per usual, folks, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, where we're probably going to stick our noses down into the dungeon and promptly get our faces caved in. Until then!